Hey there, leadership. We wanted to check in with you now that we have finished our very first service training with the Refresh and Refocus. And some things that came out of our meeting we heard from you and we appreciate, and we thought we would just take the time to cover really quick with you, and thought the video might be a better way because emails sometimes get lost and buried. But we thought we'd just take this opportunity to, first of all, thank you for bringing your staff today to the training, for making sure they had their books there and they were on time. It was our first one, and I think it went very well. But we wanted to make sure as we go into this year that we really stress the importance of making sure that you're having conversations ongoing with your staff, that you're talking about the importance of that service promise that we rolled out in October, which is if you want to pull up with your staff the service performance standards, the service performance agreement, but that really is to be optimistic, and I promise to be optimistic. I promise to be confident. I promise to always be over the top and then to be uniquely you, which is providing that service to our members. So bring those out. It's great conversation starters, and really go over some of that with them.
I think one of the important things is, even though we all met over the past few weeks about loading the performance plans, we did cover a little bit about this, and just to remind everyone that it's not an option. So each and every one of us are required to be filling out these books, but the other thing that we all are required to do is hold our staff accountable, that they are doing the workbook work, that we're meeting with our staff and really reviewing what have they learned, what have they worked on, what are they focusing on for that week. The other piece to that is that we're all held accountable for staff isn't doing it as well, not just if they are, but if they're not. So making sure that you are asking them and having those conversations. A great way too that we can help support the service focus this year, because we are held accountable for the numbers, right? For our service numbers from our members. We're starting the INPS, and that's also going to show us even more what we are doing great at and what we need to work on. So the other great thing you can do, use Out of the Blue. Melody sends out the week prior, usually the Friday before, of what we're working on, but feel free to, and we hope that you will use some of the ideas that you're learning in these books and that we're reviewing. If it's your Out of the Blue day, great way to have people bring their books and review some areas. Just a great thing that I did a few weeks ago is in the Out of the Blue, I asked who had their values card, and we talked about what they were, and then I gave them all a piece of candy that had it. We need to be making sure people know what it is that we're working toward with our service commitment to the members, to each other. But it really is something that we got to make sure that we are all holding each other accountable, not just you with your staff, but you with me with Stacy. It's all very important because at the end of the year, it really is on us, whether we met our service goals and move those numbers.
Very good. And again, we can't stress the accountability piece. Pull out the service promise that your staff signed. Go through every piece of that to make sure they know that we're all being held this year accountable for over-the-top service. That means no making excuses. It means coming to work every day prepared to give our best to our members, to each other. It means everything from our dress code. So review the dress code. Speak to your employees about the importance of what that looks like to come and be ready for your next job opportunity and what that means to our members. Again, let's drive it home together, because together as a team we can win. Bring your suggestions to us if there's any way that we can really enhance this as we go through this year and really bring our service and move those numbers back. Let us know and reach out to us. We're here for you. We want to make this successful as a team, so don't be afraid to reach out to us.
Another thing that's really important that I learned when I was watching the training today and hearing the interaction is our FWA staff. I saw Jim Graham, I could hear him, he went to Broomfield, and I think that he got more out of it by being there. So I would recommend for all of you that have FWA staff that for those Wednesday trainings, we need to let them know ahead of time, making sure that they can make plans, but they need to come and join a group, because in order for us to do those practices and those triads or skill practices, having someone there and sitting across from you and doing that is much more beneficial than them not being able to take part in that. So I would be asking your staff to come to the nearest location, wherever that is for them, so they are face to face. The other thing that recognizing our staff, those that are using these skills and the things that we're learning, great way to recognize them. Use your "you earned it." Having your staff recognize each other, us recognizing each other as leadership, we need to be doing that. And just one last little comment here, all staff should be bringing their service books to every Wednesday training that we have around the service focus. So, they all should have them by now. They all should be working through those. Again, even though it's self-paced, we are holding everyone accountable. So bringing those books also helps us do that. As Stacy mentioned too, we're always looking for suggestions. So if you come up with a great out of the blue, or you're working with your team through a specific area and it worked really well, share it so we can all be really working with our staff and hopefully really enhancing the service across the credit union.
Thank you. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, have a great day.